Investors are dumping shares in big technology companies in a broad rout that started on Wall Street and has continued in Asian markets. The sell-off was triggered by the release of the details of the U.S. Federal Reserve's latest meeting, which took place last month. In the document, monetary officials signal they may raise interest rates earlier than expected this year to tame inflation. The prospect of higher borrowing costs is leading to a correction in technology shares, which were among the biggest beneficiaries of the pandemic. The Nasdaq index, dominated by companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft, fell by more than 3%. The S&P 500 was also down almost 2%, and the Dow Jones lost 1%. In Asia, among the biggest losers were South Korean's Kakao Games and Australia's Afterpay, which both dropped 11%. Risky assets like cryptocurrencies are also taking a beating. Bitcoin fell 1.7% on Thursday after dropping more than 5% the day before. Loreen Gilbert is the CEO of wealth management firm WealthWise in Dallas, Texas. She says investors are optimistic that the reopening of economies will boost corporate profits this year, but an aggressive Fed can spoil the party. Take a listen.
I think that this year is going to be marked by a true reopening that we've been waiting for, and businesses getting back to a more normal state where people go into the office and they go to conferences and they start traveling once again. So I do think that that is going to happen and that the markets will see that ongoing recovery. There's the concern that the Fed could cause the next recession by overreacting and crimping growth to the point where we go into a recession. So it's a tight rope that they have to go on, and it is going to take a lot of maneuvering this year, and we're hopeful that they will be able to maneuver it. We're overall bullish, albeit we think that there's going to be a lot more volatility this year than last year. Last year, we only saw a 5.2% correction. This year, we think it could be more of a double-digit correction at some point during the year. Investors should note that that's normal. And yet at the same time, that it's going to make a lot of people nervous. And I think some people will miss out on the rally because they'll be nervous about the volatility. But ultimately, we think the bulls will win in that effort, and that we'll have another positive year in the markets.